Welcome everyone. Today we are going to be going through how to set up your standards tracker and a little bit about how to use it. So you'll see when you go to make a copy, which you won't have to go through this step because you'll have a link that just automatically takes you to make a copy. Now I'm just clicking on random buttons. I'm going to get out of the original. So we have a fresh copy. And what you'll see is a list for your students and a list for all of your skills or objectives. So we're going to do the students first. I'm just going to copy and paste a list that I already have here from another sample that I've worked on. So I'm going to copy and paste that over. And then just a little bit of insight as to how to set up the category subcategory. There are lots of different ways that people think about this. Some people like to organize it by unit. So they would use category as unit, and then subcategory as standard, and then skill or objective as the skill or objective. I've also worked with art teachers that have used this as kind of like the category as far as like are they painting, drawing, etc. Subcategory, they use what materials they're using, and then they have the skills that follow. For this one we're going to use what I talked about before. So that's unit, standard, and objective. And again, I'm just going to copy a list that I've already made. You would probably have to fill this in manually in order to get it to work correctly. Once you have it all set up, you're going to come up to this setup button right up here, and you're going to click on step 1. And step 1 is going to take you through some authorization boxes. This is because I have a script attached in the background that's going to help run all of the different things that need to happen in order to pull all of your data together into that full list. It also helps set up the whole document. So I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to give it access. It's going to tell me that it is an unsafe script. That is because Google did not write the script, I did. Feel free to have your IT person look into it and make sure that's all safe. I can tell you all I want to that it's safe. However, you know, at the end of the day, you should probably have someone look at every script that you add. Alright, and that's spelled wrong. Don't like that. Okay. So we've gone through step 1. Now we're going to click on step 2, and step 2 is actually going to add the pages for all of our categories. So you can see I'm not doing anything. Put my hands up. It's added U1, and next it should add U2. There we go. And I kept this one kind of short just to make sure that we could get through and I wouldn't have to keep pausing and coming back to it. Oh, look at that. Just 2 units. Perfect. Again, I kept it short, but it shouldn't take that much longer. I've done up to 15, so it works. And next we're going to go to step 3. And what step 3 is going to do is categorize all of our columns to where the standards are together and color coded. And then it's going to go through and just add some row coloring. That way it's a little bit easier to follow along with a particular student when you look horizontally. So it's going through both units 1 and unit 2, and you can see this is what it looked like before, and now it's going to add the colors for unit 2 eventually. It does go all the way down to the bottom. This sheet is made for up to 200 students, so it does fit quite a few students. Hopefully you don't have to use all 200. That would be kind of crazy. Alright, let's see, as I scroll down, it's still filling in some of those. And something else that I believe it did, yes, it added your students on here as well. and it just finished with U2, and you can see that hid a couple of those tabs that we no longer need. And next we're going to go set up step 4. Step 4, you're not going to see anything happen. Essentially what it does is it sets a trigger in the background so that overnight it updates your data. So it'll be updated every day, or every night in the middle of the night. I think I set it for 2 a.m. And if you want to add a standard or add a skill, you can insert one column to the right or one column to the left, and you can add that in wherever you need to. So I'm going to say this is a test standard and test skill, and what I'm going to do is check a few students off. And you'll see that as I go to check these boxes off, these little black triangles appear, and that's because it's also recording the updated date. If I were to uncheck it, it is then going to record another updated date. So it records every time there is an update with that student's mastery. And I'm going to go ahead and check a few more of these. And if you ever don't want to wait until the middle of the night for it to update to your full list, which appears here, you can go to add note or update and run a manual update. And what that's going to do is go ahead and pull all of the latest data. So now you have a list of anything that's been adjusted. So you have any students where either the mastery is true or the last updated date has been adjusted. So you can see all of that there, and then eventually you can reach out and I can put together a dashboard for you if you'd like. If that's easier, but you also have the ability to use the filters, as you can see up here, where you can filter down to one specific student or one specific category, etc., etc. And that's how you use it. All right, enjoy!